Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigvald here and welcome back to another video. So when dealing with boss Brainiac, you got to keep two things in mind. First of all is not allowing him to reach super move because he will one-shot your entire team, but at the same time not getting him too low in terms of power because he will have very high defense. What if I told you there's a way to completely not care about any of those mechanics and not have to deal with them and all it takes is one artifact? So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first up we're going to get into a Kinflan Sakumen fight. This is where I first discovered that you can do some pretty interesting things with Nora Snow Globe. The purpose why I had Nora Snow Globe in this fight specifically was because I wanted to get more third specials out of Kinflan Sakumen, obviously. But there's another interaction that I did not expect and we'll get into that. But first up I have Ace Green Arrow here to power lock him as we tag out. We can also power trade him with a special one, but I don't think I ever used that because I don't really need to. Yeah, I've seen this in phase 4. In phase 4 your entire team gets killed, except for the person wearing Nora Snow Globe, and I was expecting the same would happen here, and the same does indeed happen here, but with a bit of a twist. So Kinflan Sakumen does not get ahead of ourselves getting back in there. Another third special. We get Ace Green Arrow back in there. Ringish the combo. King back in there. Power generating a bit. Again, I want the clone to get as much power as possible when it gets tagged in, because we are going to have limited time to get the most out of the clone, because it might get killed by super move. Or at the very least, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, super move in there. The clone is going to get summoned. There's special in there. Swipe down, gonna back off. I was too cautious with the clone to an extent because this dude, for some reason, deals absolutely no damage. Like, absolutely no damage. It's got no specials, he does garbage damage with basic attack hits. And yeah, here I made peace, and I was like, okay, go ahead and kill the clone. Okay, what are we waiting for? He's got no super move. When they were designing this boss, they did not think that there would be any way in the game for you to survive a super move. And there wasn't, because there was no Nora Snow Globe. And they're like, well, if there's no way they're going to survive that super move, just don't give him a super move. I'm like, okay, fine. That's interesting. So this man, after he uses super move once, is going to not have access anymore to super move. And at the same time is going to always have maxed out energy. And having maxed out energy is very good because as his passive goes, he's going to have the more armor, the less energy he has. So he's permanently locked into his most vulnerable state without having access to his most dangerous weapons. That's amazing. And with Kinflan Sakumen, this is going to just make the Nora Snow Globe clone process just a little bit more interesting, so to speak. But I was thinking that this might have some quite interesting applications for other teams. Because if we were to sacrifice a damage dealing artifact from a character and put Nora Snow Globe and just put some other artifacts for passive stats on the other two characters, that would be interesting. That might yield some damage. So first up, King did a decent amount of damage. We got most out of the clones. Now we have the Just League team. We have Just League Flash, Cyborg, and Bane. We have level 5 LexCorp Orsit on Cyborg. Third level Kryptonite Spear. I got it at level 4 after this fight because I randomly noticed I had the materials. But yeah, it's third level for now. And yeah, Flash is going to actually not have the Dark Metal cards as we're used to. It's going to have Nora Snow Globe. And this fight can be played. It definitely can be played without using this strategy because you can power drain with Cyborg, but it's simply going to be far less optimal because a lot of times he's going to have a lot of armor and we can't put Just Like Cyborg, Just Like Aquaman in there to have armor pierce on basic attack hits because he's immune to armor pierce on basic attack hits. So we did our own super move there. The other two characters got knocked out and we have the clone of Flash here. We're going to tag Flash in there. And yeah, we're going to get going. Nora Snow Globe is also going to allow me to heal. It's going to give me some damage yet again. The damage that we deal with Nora Snow Globe on basic attack hits compared to how much we would deal with Dark Metal cards is nowhere to be compared. I think with Dark Metal cards we reach as far as 140 on swipes. So it's basically double the damage that we already deal. But at the same time, if I was to use Dark Metal cards and use Cyborg for power draining purposes, there will be a lot of times times. I mean, always, almost never we would get to hit a Brainiac that has 0% defense. We would also lose out on damage when Cyborg would get tagged in the fight, and overall it would be more tedious. And don't get me wrong, I did enjoy that fight. Like, the Cyborg Power Drain Justice fight over here is one of my favorite fights in the game, because it's a fight that it's a high risk, high reward fight, because the closer you let him to get to super move, the more damage you're going to deal. So it's interesting to kind of balance that. But that is no longer needed, because this is going to be a far less efficient way to do it. You simply can't do anything. And look, in theory you can combo interrupt Brainiac after one hit. I'm not even attempting with the Justice team, I'm going to attempt later on with the Batman Ninja team, only to have the realization, why? Why would I combo interrupt him? Why would I do that? Because he's got no specials available, so every single time I back off, he's going to go into a swipe and the jump attack. So we barely win any time of dealing damage by combo interruption, and we lose far more each time we fail it, and this is no easy guy to combo interrupt. So honestly, in this fight, just don't bother with combo interruption, it's going to be fine regardless. And yeah, this one pretty straightforward. I have something that I don't know where I got from. I guess it's a bug from the fight, though it doesn't work because I tried it. It says that we get unblockable basic attack hits or specials, or I don't know what that is. That buff does not work. Let me know if you have any idea what that is on the left side of the screen. But yeah, I know where that came from. I suspect it's a random bug, is because the game was simply not expecting me to be here after you super move. We're going to see a few more of those. Okay, so here we have the Batman Ninja team. Yet again, we have I randomly pressed. For a moment, I thought I forgot to equip Nora's Snow Globe, and I was going to quit the application and get back in there again to reset the fight, but I remembered I did equip it. I have Batman Jacketman in here. We're going to kind of not use Start Special for a bit, because it will take him longer to get to super move level, and we want him to get there as soon as possible. We want to get this out of the way as soon as possible, because we need him to be at 0 armor as soon as possible, which means after super move, no power bar, though we kind of circumvent that by the armor pierce that Grodd allows us to do. His super move being done here. There we go. Robin and Grodd have been killed, and we have the clone of Catwoman, and Catwoman getting herself back in there. She's full health because she was regenning from the SP2 constant dot damage in the meantime. And here I'll combo interrupt him a bit, like, look, you can do it, but it's not gonna be a good time until I have the realization finally that, why am I doing that? Why do I even bother, since he has no specials? And yeah, there we go, he's going to soon get to super move point, where he'll have absolutely no defense. We are reducing most of it regardless, but now it's going to be literally nothing. We're going to be able to go to town with the Ninja team. Like, the problem here yet again is that we're not using Dark Metal cards, and the Ninja team is going to go great with Dark Metal cards. And look, you might be like, but I would prefer to use my Beta Club on my Ninja Catwoman, bro. If you have Beta Club, and you really need this advice and this glitch to help you out with boss Brainiac, then there's a little bit of a problem there, my dude. I don't know how to tell you. Just go King Raven, lock his super move with Conflant's Aquaman, and to one-shot him before he has super move available again. I know there are a lot of ways to deal with Brainiac, but most of them are kind of going to be related with the pay-to-win artifacts. And also reliable ways to with Sword of Sin, to get some power drain in there, or Sword of Salvation to control how much power drain you're getting in there. That's most like how I'll kill him on my main account Raven, last up Joker. Sword of Salvation on Raven, just power drain him whenever I want to. But yeah, for the people who don't have access to that, this might be a quite interesting strategy to pull. And before this, I was using only 2 teams here, and those teams were the Justice team and the Conflant's Aquaman team, and just cycling my teams on the next tier sub-bosses. And if for some reason you still don't have Nora's Snow Globe, you can definitely do that. Use King with the Justice team here, try to power drain him with Justice Cyborg, but make sure you let him get as close as possible to the super move before you do that, so you keep him at low defense. And Conflant's Aquaman with Ace Green Arrow, or even without, you just rush super move, and then all his super move is locked, you get these third specials in there. But if you have Nora Snow Globe, this might be quite helpful. 105. Like, my Brainiac team usually does in the ballpark of between 160 and 200 mil, and it's not going to be anywhere close to that, but it's going to be, nevertheless, quite a decent amount. Now, with the League of Anarchy team, this got weird. This got weird real quick, because we have 2 Nora Snow Globes on here. So we have Red Hood with a LexCorp Warsuit at level 5 to provide us, hopefully, with some passive stats. And we have Nora Snow Globe on Last of Joker and Nora Snow Globe on EPI, because we need both of them to survive, because if EPI dies, then we're going to get no more dot damage in there. But the problem is they're both going to get killed, and we shouldn't really have 2 clones showing there. And I don't know if you saw something getting shown away in the right corner of the screen as soon as the super move animation hit, but we're going to get back to that in a second here. So look, full disclosure, this fight was absolutely dumpster fire. We did absolutely no damage for some reason. And I simply suspect that something is not working. Actually, I think I know that something is not working. You're going to look at Joker and you're going to notice that he's got no passive buffs for some reason. So in this fight we had so far 2 targets die. 2 targets died in this fight. And he still has the Red Hood buff in there, but his passive buff for characters dying, which was the first clone in Red Hood, and now the second clone, is simply not gonna be there. We're going to wait and see if there's going to be a buff after this clone dies, though I doubt it. And if it is, no, he simply loses access to this passive, because the game is most likely like, how should he have access to this passive, because he's supposed to be dead himself. So yeah, the League of Anarchy Joker is going to be absolute garbage here. Over there I got hit a bit because I tried to tag in. Guess what? I can't tag in. EPI is forever locked out of the fight, bro. She's forever locked out of the fight. She can't be tagged in. The tagging simply does not work here. So that's the second weird occurrence. And EPI can't get tagged in because she's already in the fight. There we go. There's EPI. Hello, EPI. How you doing? How you feeling? How you been? She's still frozen in there. Well, that's also a little bit of an interesting scenario that we get ourselves into here. And as I said, we're going to deal dumpster fire damage because we don't have Dark Metal cards. We barely have any passive stats from only a level 5 LexCorp Warsuit. We have the Nora Snow Globe, which gives us next to no damage for Joker. This is basically the equivalent if you were to go into League raids and use Claw Force instead of All Blades, and at the same time not have Armor Pierce against sub-bosses hitting in the maxed out defense. I mean, he doesn't have maxed out defense, but it's kind of the equivalent of that. So the damage that we're going to deal is going to be, for the most part, kind of garbage. Also, it seems that I tend to see quite a big, let's say, difference between our basic attack and our specials, because I did reach, let's say, 700k with the second special at some point, and usually when I reach 700k with the second special, the damage on basics is also higher, so his defense might be also bugged, though I really doubt that. And by the way, the 4 attack buffs are from the Nora Snow Globe, not from his passive. So yeah, this was absolutely garbage in terms of damage, but definitely an interesting fight, but I don't recommend using it. And for the last fight, we have a fight that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic of this video. We're just going to bully Firestorm with Collector vs Superman, and I just wanted to share with you. So what are you gonna do about it? Click off the video, please. Please don't leave. I promise. This is gonna be a little bit of a fun fight. It's the last one of the video, I promise. I really wanted to show you this because this went well. Like, for some reason, this went just so well. Far better than other fights. So here we have Brainiac, and I think this is how we should do it. Like in other fights, I cycle much more between Collector and Brainiac, because I would tag in Collector at the start of the fight to get some power steal in there, but as soon as I have enough energy to cycle in between Brainiac Special 1 and Collector 3rd Special, I just do it, and stop stacking constantly with Brainiac. And I think getting to max sex with Brainiac is actually going to be far more rewarding in terms of damage. Definitely tag Collector in there to get to that little bit of power generation if needed, but seems to be far more efficient to get them out of the way as soon as possible and then get going with Collector. So Collector in there, And I failed to combo chop their fat rep. I don't think he even blocked in time, but it is what it is. Getting super move in there just because we had the chance to. F2 passive stacks. And again, no reason to go out of my way to get more passive stacks or find 2 of them. They don't have that much impact. It's good to have them, but it's not good to go out of your way to have them. Combo chopped in there. Combo chopped again. Yet again, as a general rule, for most of the characters that sit in there in the fight, alone, build combo and use a special. Build as much combo as you can without capping your power. Don't let your power reach 10 energy and you're still hitting the enemy, because at that point you're no longer going to generate power. But at the same time, build as much combo until you get to that point. And also don't get before above 40 hit combo, because that's pointless. And in this fight we had quite bad RNG in terms of getting the combo and the third special not resets, so not the best luck in that regard. But yeah, 3.6 on that, it was not even a 40 hit combo. Yeah, we get close to 8 mil damage pretty much as soon as we're at 40 hits combo. There we go, 40 hit combo. Was I lying? No. Actually, what was that? Where did that come from? How did we get from 3.6 to 4.6? Bro, what is that? Why? That was just like 4 hits difference. Did we like not crit on the previous ones and it was just lethal? Maybe that was the case, but yeah, this fight went just so good overall and we didn't have rage within there. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike and subscribe for more content like this. All that being said, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.